Jeopardy! Ken Jennings has the need for speed just days after Jeopardy! Host Ken Jennings was lauded for his improv skills. Fans have now tapped into his weakness. What is it? Viewers noted this unique weakness in the host during the show's July 28th episode. This happened after a big announcement was dropped about the game show's hosting situation. As per the announcement, both Ken Jennings and Mayim Bialik will share the hosting duties for the upcoming season as well. Is Ken Jennings too fast with his response? Jeopardy! This Thursday episode was the second to last one for season 38. With Ken Jennings being a popular choice as host among viewers, fans have always had an eye on him. In the episode, they spotted a pattern with the host that they noticed throughout the season as well. Talking about this pattern, one Reddit user noted, "The clue selection seems slow lately because Ken is so fast. He's ruling them correct a split second after the players respond, and they might need a moment. Some contestants aren't always inclined to play the game at Ken's speed," they concluded. Fans asked Jeopardy! Host Ken to slow down. As per The Sun, contestant Katrina Hill, a Virginia-based non-profit professional, won her first game with $27K on Thursday. During the game, she buzzed in under the category, "Starts with 2 vowels." The clue on the screen read, "It's not exactly the same, but for a quick, easy way to make this is combine lemon, mayo, garlic, and lemon juice." Katrina whipped up the correct answer and said, "What is aioli?" Within a fraction of seconds, Ken responded, "Yes, starts with 3 vowels." The contestant smiled and took her time before continuing. At another point in the game, a second player correctly guessed the clue, "What is yarn?" To this, Ken immediately responded, "Yes, that is how you make yarn. You have $4,400 in the lead." As the host sensed that the room was a bit overwhelmed with the quick responses, he said, "We're going to take a quick break. You can put down your signal buzzers and relax. We have these words for you, and then we'll be right back." Addressing his accelerated talking speed, a fan wrote, "Ken Jennings talks too fast on Jeopardy!" Another chimed in, "Ken Jennings is doing a good job on Jeopardy! Only one thing, Ken talked too fast. Slow down a bit, Ken." Fans feel Ken Jennings flexes his knowledge. Throughout his stint as a host in season 38, Ken has done much more than just talking fast. He seemingly couldn't help but flex his knowledge. Plus, he almost always elaborates on the players' responses. Fans even blasted the host for this, stating, "When a contestant in Jeopardy gets a question wrong, Ken Jennings says no like he thinks they're the biggest idiot on the planet." Do you think Ken Jennings is way too fast with his responses? Does he show off his knowledge in the game show? Share your thoughts with us in the comments. For most people, the phrase "the need for speed" conjures images of Tom Cruise rocketing off an aircraft carrier in Top Gun, or maybe the rubber-burning thrill of a street racer weaving through midnight traffic. But for Ken Jennings, the unflappable trivia titan of Jeopardy! Fame, speed has always been of a very different kind, mental velocity. The type of quick-draw recall that sends facts firing out of the brain faster than an F-14 Tomcat off a steam catapult. Jennings, a software engineer turned quiz show icon, carved his name into television history in 2004 when he rattled off 74 consecutive victories on Jeopardy! His $2.5 million haul wasn't just the result of encyclopedic knowledge, it was his uncanny ability to buzz in at exactly the right microsecond, again and again. Reflexes that would make even Maverick and Goose whistle in appreciation. "I've never actually flown a fighter jet," Jennings once quipped on a podcast, "but I imagine the adrenaline rush is similar to nailing a daily double and knowing exactly what you're going to say before Trebek even finishes reading the clue." But as it turns out, Jennings' fascination with speed is more than metaphorical. In recent years, as he stepped into his role as co-host in Jeopardy! Showrunner, he's quietly indulged a passion that surprises even his most ardent fans: competitive kart racing. Yes, you read that right. On weekends, under the radar of the primetime lights and the buzz of Final Jeopardy music, Ken Jennings straps on a helmet, zips up a Nomex suit, and climbs into a 125cc two-stroke kart capable of hitting 70 miles per hour on a twisty track. His local league, tucked in an unassuming corner of Washington State, is a haven for amateur speed freaks, weekend warriors, and now one of America's most famous quizmasters. "I think the connection is obvious," Jennings told a reporter from Road and Track magazine with a smile. Starting in Jeopardy! are both about reaction time, strategy, and split-second decision-making. Plus, the adrenaline is a nice contrast to writing trivia questions about 17th century French literature. By all accounts, Jennings is no mere hobbyist behind the wheel. Fellow racers describe him as methodical yet aggressive, a tactician who studies track layouts with the same meticulous care he once reserved for Jeopardy. Categories like world capitals or potent potables. In fact, he's known for keeping a notebook filled with cornering diagrams, tire pressure notes, and lap time splits. He's got that same brain, says Josh Marks, a karting regular and self-proclaimed Jennings superfan. You can see it working while he drives. It's like he's anticipating the next 3 turns before anyone else even thinks about braking. It's no surprise, then, that Jennings' dual identity, trivia legend and speed demon, has started to overlap. During tapings of Jeopardy, crew members have noticed him fidgeting with a small tire pressure gauge between segments. Occasionally, contestants catch him doodling track layouts in the margins of his host cards. And rumor has it that the iconic Jeopardy podium buzzer has been modified on his personal practice rig to mimic the tactile feedback of a kart's steering wheel paddle shifter. Yet for all the humor in imagining America's most polite quizmaster tearing around a kart track at top speed, Jennings insists that the connection between the two worlds runs deeper than surface novelty. When you're in a kart going full tilt, your conscious mind shuts off, he explains. It's pure muscle memory, pure flow. That's not unlike what happens on Jeopardy! When you're in the zone, you're not thinking about knowing the capital of Burkina Faso. You just know it, and your thumb hits the buzzer before you're even aware of it. Both require hours of preparation, but in the moment, it's instinct. It's an insight that perhaps sheds light on how Jennings managed to dominate the Jeopardy stage for so long. His success was never about cramming the night before or memorizing obscure lists. It was about building a deep, intuitive familiarity with knowledge, the same way a seasoned racer knows a track so well that every curve and apex is felt, not calculated. And just as he once inspired a generation of trivia enthusiasts to dust off their almanacs and atlas collections, Jennings' new hobby has begun to spark curiosity among fellow Jeopardy alumni. Rumor has it that Brad Rutter, Jennings' longtime quiz rival, has been spotted shopping for racing gloves. And James Holzhauer, the lightning-fast sports gambler known for his aggressive wagering, recently joked on social media about taking Ken on Mario Kart style. Jennings, of course, is game. I think Brad and James would make excellent kart racers, he muses. Fast minds often have fast hands. For now, though, Ken Jennings' need for speed remains a delightful secret tucked between his TV tapings and trivia writing. Whether he's threading a hairpin turn at 60 miles per hour or threading the needle between 2 quick-fire clues on a Jeopardy board, the man simply can't help himself. He was born to go fast. And who knows? Maybe one day we'll see a crossover special, Jeopardy Grand Prix, where contestants must answer in the form of a question and complete a flawless chicane in under 10 seconds. If that day comes, the smart money will be on Jennings, both at the podium and on the podium. Would you like this stylized as a blog post, magazine feature, or social media article? I can format it to fit. For now, though, Ken Jennings' need for speed remains a delightful secret tucked between his TV tapings and trivia writing. Whether he's threading a hairpin turn at 60 miles per hour or threading the needle between 2